All right, guys, Justine is back today. We are shooting a golf theme shoot, giant umbrella there, and we will get shots just like these. There's a lot of BTS, and I've got some instructional for you regarding motivational lighting and short side lighting. Stick around, and I'll show you how we got shots just like these. This one is my favorite. Give it a like, give it a subscribe if you're so inclined, and let's go. So plan is 20 minutes setup, which turned into an hour setup. I don't know whose fault that was. I have my gadgets, but I've been waiting for you, right? This time.
This is false information. Okay, so tell them what we're doing. We are doing another photo shoot. You guys asked for it. We've returned, and so I've been nonstop golf for 2.5 weeks now.
I saw some reels, yeah and they look
nonstop.
Pretty good. And you'll golf anywhere. Like I've seen you out in a field.
Yes.
Out in the dirt.
Yes, out in Florida, like, in the country.
Yeah, out in the country. Boots. Yeah, golfing in cowboy boots, whatever, you know.
Yes. I'm really like
open
into
space,
right
you know, where you're not going to hit anybody's house.
Yeah, well, you might. A cow.
There
maybe.
Could be some snakes out there.
Or snakes.
We have a few of them in Texas.
Or chicken, whatever. But
you didn't kill a chicken, did you?
I didn't kill any chickens, no.
Okay. So the outfit, the shoes.
I was hoping to go for a very like muted vibe, like Ralph Lauren, like
yeah.
The very brown muted. There we go. That's it.
Today we're just going to use one light and mix that with the ambient lighting in the room. You can see we've got some window lighting there. It's quite a bit darker in the room than it looks there. We've got the ISO bumped up on the video. Okay, so we got the walls out here. We got you. Let me get without this light. Yeah, I'm doing a test shot. I just want to see how much of this constant light is actually. I've got my ambient in the room just because I like the natural light that's coming in, and I just want to kind of supplement it with this here. All right, guys, so what I'm trying to do is dial in the ambient light before I even fire the flash, right? So the ambient light, the light in the room, I want to get my camera settings so that I have a good exposure before I add flash. So initially, this is what the room looked like, and I think I had my ISO at maybe 100. My shutter was at like maybe 200 or 250, and so I brought that down, the shutter down to 160, and brought my ISO up a little bit, just so I have a decent exposure from the natural light in the room. Okay, so that's number one. So then when I turn on my flash and I add my flash, it looks like this. And now I've got her exposed properly with the flash. Now, what I'm doing here, why do I have my flash and my big umbrella placed right here by this big window? That's what we call motivated lighting, okay? It makes sense because you have light without the flash. We have this big window here, right? That's where the light is coming from. There's some coming from the other side as well, but I'm using this light right here as the window, as my main motivation for the light. We already have, if you look in here and you look at her, we have light that's hitting her. You know, it's hitting her on the cheek right there. It's hitting her on the sides, and there's a little bit of light actually you can see hitting her legs coming in from this other window. This is without flash, right? So let me get these out of the way here. There we go. So there's a little bit of light, and we want that to make sense when we add flash. So when we add our umbrella, and we got a big soft light that mimics a window light. We don't have enough light coming in from the window to please me. Sure, we could bump up the ISO, but it looks really good with the flash. So I'm trying to enhance that light coming in from the window, and it's called motivated lighting because I'm lighting from the side of where the sunlight is coming in. I'm not fighting it, right? And then my favorite shot was this one. This is called short side lighting. Why? Because we're shooting from the shadow side, and they use it a lot in video and interviews and things like that. The light is coming in from this side, right? And I'm shooting from this side, and you can see this is where the shadows are on the shadow side. So the primary light, my motivated light, is here, and I'm shooting from the shadow side. This is called short side lighting. And what that short side lighting does is it provides more of a sense of depth and 3D dimensionality to the photo, or if you're doing video as well, depth and dimension. So motivated lighting, short side lighting.
Are you good at catching?
Yeah.
And you got the whole video. Don't cut that part out now. He said, are you good at catching? Yeah, I am. Do it again.
All right.
I'm not really too posy. It would just be very subtle to go with like the preppy, simplistic vibe. Okay.
I'm going to zoom out just a little bit just because Instagram. Isn't it crazy how Instagram has just messed with the way that we compose our photographs now? We have to leave room to crop. Okay, I like that. Let me know what you think about this column going down the back of your head. See how we have that column?
I hate that thing. I hate it. I always try to avoid it when I'm shooting here.
Let me change my angle up so that it's not coming out the back of your head, right? So just to change things up a little bit, we decided to shift the set a little bit to the right to center it in between the column and the window so we wouldn't get so much of that column in the shots and coming out the back of the model's head. I had the lighting dialed too, but the composition was just no. We just got that super soft light. And now I want to pay attention more to what you're doing as opposed to what I'm doing, right? Okay, good. I like the leg posing. Good, I like playing with that. Yep, a little bit of energy, a little bit of smile. Perfect. Give you a golf ball.
Probably do one, yeah, with the ball.
Golf ball. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So stand in your spot. I want to see. Get in your spot, woman.
Assigned seating.
Get in your assigned seating. 1, 2, 3. Trying not to get that window in there. Beautiful. And fall out. Simmer down, simmer down. Just put it all the way to the side over here. See what we get. Let me zoom out. I think we got plenty of these though. These are pretty moody actually. That was a nice shot. That last one was a nice shot.
Okay.
Good, good, good. 1, 2, 3. Yes, love that.
Oh, cool. Oh.
So then we would.
Yeah, my bad. Let me just listen to
How many
you use
photographers
this.
does it take to figure out the lighting in this room?
2 and a half.
Maybe we back up some because it's really bright.
But you keep backing up.
I know. I'm good. I can't get my arms any longer.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. All right.
It's a wrap. Where am I? Wait, where am I looking at? Here or here? Oh, it's looking at you.
you're
It's
looking at
following
here.
you.
Sure
It's a
is,
wrap.
yep.
We did great.
It
We
knows the
overshot.
important one, yeah. What? Yeah, we talk about overshooting. I was going with your lead today. So Justine was running the shoot today, really, and I was following her lead because
I was getting shots that I wanted
and I was
the
letting
shoot.
her. Yep.
And he was getting shots that he wants.
Yep.
He wanted the more emotion stuff, and I wanted just the simplistic, super muted Ralph
Let's see if
Lauren
we can. There we go.
editorial vibes. And he likes expression and stuff in his. So
I like action, expression.
Yes.
She likes the editorial vibes. So I wanted to make sure we got
We
all
both
the
got.
shots. It was her concept. I want to make sure that we got all your shots that you wanted.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So I always say, like in the last video, I say control your shoot because we're both strong personalities, kind of. But you were the brainchild
Creative direction.
of this shoot. Yes, exactly. So I'm letting you just go with it, and I'm taking the shots. So.
Yep. I think all in all, it was good. We, of course, yes, we overshot, but we expected that, being that making sure he got what I wanted, make sure that he got what he wanted. And then we had a lot of things with the set, like power outlets, window framing, and just things that were out of our control that we were really trying to work around.
Yeah.
And I have a low profile chandelier in here, so working around the things just to get the lighting right.
It's a pretty chandelier, but Jesus, it's in my. When you have,
Show them
a large umbrella. Let me turn this around.
And then I have my backdrop on the other side.
Yeah, there's a large umbrella, and then you have this thing in the way, and then there's a backdrop, and there's a mirror.
And the pole that's in the way. And then show them this awkward thing. This is something that you might come across in your own shoot where it just doesn't look good to have a line going through someone's head. I don't like.
Right, and that's what we were getting at the beginning, and that's why I had the lighting dialed and everything, and I should have noticed it sooner.
Yeah, but it's okay. You saw it, we adjusted.
And then I was like, we need to frame it up in the middle here.
Yes. So
right, as much as we can.
When we did that, we had that as an issue.
And then this thing was in the way. We have the light on the edges here, but
you're very limited to. You can't have big arms.
But you know what?
So you're limited to the amount of space that you have in between these things.
If you go look at any magazine though with this stuff in there, they don't care.
Oh no, they don't care.
Their feet are cut off, their arms are cut off, half the windows in the shot.
Yeah.
It's just like it's very unless we're in a portrait competition.
It's knowing in your head though what the vision is, and then
also
if I can control it in the moment, why not adjust it?
Well, yeah, exactly. So you know the rules. Right, the things to look out for, and so you try to make those adjustments if you can. If you can't,
sometimes people don't even know what you had intended in your head.
We notice this stuff because we're photographers.
And I also am type A.
Yeah.
So I want to fix everything now versus later, so I don't have to do more work later.
And that is a good way to do it. So like I'm thinking in my mind, I don't want you to get out of your flow as a model with what you're doing. And I know I'm getting some of this window here in the shot, but I don't want to stop.
Yeah, you like to go with the
and
you like to
get the
flow.
Mess up the flow. There's a flow to the shoot, and when you keep stopping and adjusting things,
it kind of sets a little back.
It's sort of just it messes up with the vibe of the shoot. So
I agree.
Anyway, sometimes you just got to roll with it and keep going. So on my way out, saw this really cool vintage car. Grabbed Justine, made her come back out, take a few more shots. No video to go with this, but we did get some sensational shots to go with the vintage golf theme. Love this car. And then we did a little magazine mock-up photo. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, and have a good one. You couldn't silence the phone for this? We'll wait.
I wonder who it is.
I'm sure it's not important.
It could be important. It could be important.